So we've got a ghosty, a common, a mirror, an F1 now. Making mistakes this time of year is so easy to do. Oh, it was cold this morning. Fishing the wrong baits as the weather goes colder, you can be biteless with a swim full of fish. Knowing what species to target this time of year is essential, and I'll tell you exactly what them are. So, today you join me at a new venue for me, Shearsby Valley Lakes, and we're on Sunset Lake. We're having a fantastic day's fishing. We're catching loads of fish, different species of fish. We've got an F1, we've got a mirror carp, common carp, and even got a ghosty. But it's getting to that time of year now where the light levels are low, it's cold in the morning. We're not actually in winter yet, but it's setting upon us really quick. And today, in this video, I'm going to show you a two-line approach on how to put more fish in your peg during this time of year. So keep watching, I hope you enjoy it. So, when I come here and I had a look at the peg, I instantly seen that there was some lily pads to my left and sort of an open water bowl to my right with a pole in the middle. And when I first put my first rig on, I put my maggot rig on first, just because when I'm fishing with maggots, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find the deepest part of my peg, because I feel like this time of year, when the fish are starting to back off, they feel a little bit more confident in the deeper water. So I got my maggot rig out, put the plummet on, and I went out right in front of me. I set my float at 5 foot, and when I dropped it in, it was really shallow, bang smack in front of me, like two and a bit foot. So there must be a sunken island or something under the water. That's what I'm guessing. And then I moved left, moved right. It was still a bit shallow to my left towards the lily pads, but when I went to my right a little bit, it sort of deepened off. And eventually, I kept coming to the right, and I found a bit where the actual bottom flattened off, and it was 4 foot. And to be honest with you, when I'm fishing with maggots at this time of year, leading into the winter time, 4 foot is perfect for me. And then I thought, right, I'm going to put my pellet line to my left, plus it was towards the lily pads, because I feel like the lily pads are going to hold fish. And what I'm looking for, again, when I'm fishing with pellets, maggots, anything, at this time of year, leading into the winter, because the water's clearing up, is 3 foot and more. And I've only been fishing pellets, that's all I've been doing up to now. I am priming my maggot line, but it's been really good sport. It's just phenomenal. It really is. But if you get these things right, your depth where you're fishing, which is a really important one, you can have a fantastic day's fishing, just like we are here today. This is another little F1. There's been a lot of fish like that, loads of bites to be had. And I think with the baits that we're fishing, that is the type of fish that you're fishing for, anything that swims. Great if you catch a big carp or a big F1, but if I catch a skimmer, a little F1 like that, or a little carp, this time of year you'll take anything. So yeah, plumbing up is really important, and that's how I went about plumbing up my peg. This float on the pellet line is sitting absolutely beautiful, but I think what we'll do is we'll run you through the full setup. So we'll start with the elastic. It's the 10 to 12's red slick. Little bit, it's soft, but it does power up at the same time. The reason why I've opted for this elastic is because we're fishing up against some lily pads today, so if I do hook a better stamp fish, it gives me that chance of getting it out instead of it taking me right into the pads and snagging me up. So it's the 10 to 12's red slick. I absolutely love this elastic. It's my go-to elastic even in the summertime for F1 shallow, but do like it in the winter as well, for them times when you are fishing up against features and things like that. Now my main line is 018 soft steel main line, nice and robust main line. I always fish a robust main line. Again, if you're fishing up to features, you need it and things like that, just so you don't get broke and you're setting up, especially in match situations. You don't want to be setting up all the time. So it's 018 soft steel main line. Now the float is a 0.3 of a gram stubby slim, I love these floats because this is for fishing with pellets. They're perfect, just a shorter carbon on them, and we're only fishing in 3 foot as well, so it's perfect in a 0.3 of a gram. Down to the business end, it's got 6 number 9s, just a little strung out bulk, and then a short 4-inch hook length, and then a 16s X2 hook. I love these hooks. They're our new hooks from Matrix. Perfect. They're quite strong for a fine gauge hook as well. Now, I didn't mention the hook length strength. That's all 12 soft steel hook length. Again, that's strong enough for what I'm going to be fishing for today, for the size of fish that's in this lake. A lot of small fish, up to a pound. We're fishing for anything that swims. That's perfect. I have got other hook lengths tied up if I do start losing a few fish in higher strains of line, but I'm going to start on an 012 because we're getting to that time of year where we are thinking about stepping down all our lines and going a bit more finessey and things like that. I didn't mention it, but I've got 2 number 8 back shots just there, about 2 inch above my float tip. I always like to fish with back shots just because I fish a longer length of line from my float to my connector for a few reasons. We're fishing at 13 metres today, so if it's windy, you can sort of, your pole will move about a little bit and you're not moving your float off the position of where you need to be all the time on your marker. You're just holding on to them 2 number 8 back shots, keeps everything in position. And also as well, as the water starts to clear up, the fish become more spooky your pole tip, so that longer length of line, you're keeping your pole tip out the way. Right, little competition for you guys. I'm going to give 2 of my rigs away, identical to what I've been fishing with today. All you have to do is drop a comment in the comments below of your favourite species of fish, and what we'll do is we'll pick one at random, and hopefully you're that lucky winner and you get them rigs. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. I'm literally just getting an expander out my little pot here. One of the 4mm expanders, pro expanders, and what I do is I like to, because we're fishing at length as well, I like to try and roll the pellet, the soft pellet, onto the hook. So we hook it in the middle of the barrel and roll it onto the hook just like that. Just because we're fishing at length, you don't want to be striking that pellet off and coming back every 2 minutes, putting a new pellet on. So I've put a pellet on, and then all I'm doing is I'm just getting my medium matrix pot with my sprinkle lid on and literally just filling that up to the top, and that'll give me 2 or 3 feeds then, so I can go out, sprinkle a few micros in, turn my pot back over, set my trap, set my rig, and fish in. If I miss a bite or I feel like I need to turn my pot over again, I can turn my pot over and have another feed. But that's what I'm doing. So we've got my pot loaded. We'll go straight back in now. It's been great up to now. And also as well, what I always like to do, and I think it's really important, just rest your pole down there. I get it to a point where I feel comfortable. Rest your pole down and make sure you prime your other line as well, because priming is really important. Just cat a few maggots on that line. Just keep building it up, because I know it's good on this pellet line at the minute, but at any point it could change and it could start to fade. So you need to change lines then. And with you building that line up to your right, you know that you're going to be confident and go in and catch a few, because fish are so crafty. They know when you're not fishing in your peg. Oh, I've got one. There you go. It feels a nice fish, this one as well. Set your time. This is exactly why I've put the red slick in on this, for these reasons, because of the lily pads. And if you hook a better stamp fish just like we have now, your chances of getting it out and getting it in. It's lovely, this elastic, the 10 to 12's red slick. Right, we're still having a fantastic day on the pellet line at the minute. I'm still feeding that maggot line, which is really going to be really important, I think, a bit at the later stage of my session. But one thing I have changed up a little bit is my feeding pattern. I think I explained a little bit earlier where I fill, there we go, straight in again. That's how good it is and the difference it's made. What I was doing earlier on was I was filling my sprinkle pot up, going out, sprinkling a few out the pot, and then if I missed a bite, sprinkling a few more in. But I was having it where it was really good, the fishing, and there was quite a few numbers of fish coming in the peg. So what I did was I changed it up a little bit. I kept my pot filled to the top when I went out, and then set me rig, waited till I got an indication and caught a fish, and then turned my pot over and emptied my pot out. What that's doing is, I feel like when you're emptying your pot out and you're playing your fish and you're bringing it back now like you are, it's giving them fish chance to come in aggressively, start eating all your bait while your rig's not in your peg, and then when you go back out and repeat the process, it's settled down slightly, but they're still there on the bottom feeding, and you catch one straight away. And that's how I'm having a good run at the minute doing that. So we'll see if we can catch another one doing that now. What I'm enjoying about today is, because it's a venue that's unknown to me, it is taking some working out, so it's making me think about me fishing and how to catch the fish. So as you can see, my pot's full. I'm not doing anything, I'm just lowering my rig and into the peg, setting my rig and being patient and just waiting for that bite, an indication then, and hopefully it doesn't take long to get one. Another indication. So there in my peg, just wait for that aggressive pull under. Oh, missed a bite then. Pellets come off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and do that again, repeat that process. But before I come back, empty my pot out, come back, put another pellet on. Pellet fishing, you've got to be busy when you're pellet fishing as well, in and out all the time, because you're just setting little traps, little parcels of bait in your peg. It's not aggressive, but them that work hard get the rewards, and that's exactly what we're doing today. And we're having a great session just by working hard at it. As you can see, I'm changing my feeding up a little bit. I'm also still priming that maggot line, keeping that going in, trickling some maggots in there, just building that up for when I drop on that, because that's going to be a really good line, I think, later on in the session. But we're going to go back in now. What you want to try and do as well, especially when you're fishing soft pellets, is not strike too hard, because you just need to lift into your bites. You strike your pellet off like I did then, sort of lifted into my bite a little bit too aggressive, and I struck my pellet off. Because you've got a short up length on and you shot right near your up length, you just need to lift into them indications and the fish should hook itself. There we go, there you go, proof in the pudding. Now before I come out my peg, turn my pot over, empty them micros out, and then ship him back. And that peg, they're all in there now. They can do what they want, eat your bait, get confidence, settle on the bottom feeding while you're playing another lovely little F1. So I think that's really important. Definitely make sure you don't get stuck in your ways, and try and work out how the fish want to be caught on the day and how you need to feed them, because that is just proof in the pudding today. That for me, it's blatantly obvious that you need to do that, just because there's so many numbers of fish coming in your peg. So yeah, regulate your feed, swap and change what you're doing. At some point it could change back to where you need to sprinkle a few in, turn your pot over, sprinkle a few in, and just that way you've got to work hard. Them that work hard get the rewards. But I'm going to keep going at this because I'm having a fantastic time, and hopefully next time we come back on, we're straight on that maggot line and we're having a great end to the session. I can't believe it. I've latched myself into a golden Arthur. What a fish. These are a beauty of a species, these. I'm going to show you him, because that is beautiful. Look at that. What a fantastic fish. And what a day's fishing we're having here today. One of the best venues I've actually been this year. Can't believe it. Brilliant. Oh my God, he's a nasty one. He's only got one eye. Look at him. No eye. Eye. Did you only just notice that? Right, so the pellet line started to fade away a little bit on me. Felt like it was getting to that stage in the day. We've been fishing away at that for a good 3.5 hours, and it's been really good. I think I've excelled the line now though, and obviously as you've seen, we've been priming this maggot line to the right regular for that 3.5 hours, and I've dropped on it and it is absolutely solid. I'm catching a bit of everything on it because we are fishing maggots, which is exactly what we're trying to target, a bit of everything. I've had I've had a golden off, I've had a few barbel, skimmer, roach, and I think I've got myself into another barbel now. It's great sport. This definitely feels like another barbel. Just the way that they fight. They fight under your feet. They're really hard to get them up off the bottom barbel. And what I did that time round as well, I put 3 maggots on the hook, just because previously I had a barbel and I had another barbel, and I thought there's quite a few barbel on the bottom in my peg there. So I put 3 red maggots on. I had been fishing with 2 originally, but this time I put 3 on and straight into another good barbel again. He's a beauty. Look at him. What a fantastic fish. They are beautiful fish, barbel. Hard fighting fish. But I think because we'd primed that maggot line for so long now, we've grouped up a big number of fish in the peg, and it's a perfect example of making sure you prime your line so when you're dropping them, because we're dropping on that now and the fishing's brilliant. And obviously in a match situation, if you fished your pellet line for 3.5 hours and it started to fade away, and then you drop onto that maggot line and you get an hour and a half on that now in your 5-hour match, you've had a fantastic session for 5 hours. But we're going to go in again. I'm going to put 3 maggots on, because I do feel like there's a lot of barbel on the bottom. Other fish will pick out 3 maggots as well. Like I say, this video, it's an autumn going into winter time. Fish are still feeding. It's not during the day. It's so warm. It's warm now. But when I got in my van this morning, it was freezing. It was really cold. I got here, it was freezing. You know when it's on the change, when you're going fishing in the van and you're looking out the window when you're driving and you see all the mist on the fields just rising, and that's when you know that the fishing's definitely going to be on the change. But if you get your tactics right, like we have today, you can have a phenomenal day's fishing, and we have. It's been brilliant. It really has. And hopefully we can go in and catch another one. It's a bit windy there now. It's catching me pole a little bit, but try and keep on your marker. There we go. What's this time? Just get my pole out the wind. Feels like a hide this time, maybe. But you'll take anything. You just want to get bites, and that's what maggots do. They get your bites. Oh, look at that little carp. Little baby carp. He's a beauty. Come mirror carp. What a fish. And what a fishery, because it's absolutely rammed with fish. Yes, there's another one. But a crucial part to catching these fish is the rig. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to land this fish and we'll run you through the rig. Elastic this time, I've gone for the 8 to 10s green slick. I've gone a lot more finesse on this maggot rig. I feel like you need to, because we're catching a bit of everything. Main line this time is 014 soft steel. a really thin main line, still strong enough, just because sometimes you're fishing through the water with maggots, and I feel like with that finessier line, thinner line, it just falls through nicely. So it's all 14 soft steel main line. We'll go down to the business end. Now this time on my maggot rig, you've got a bulk of number 9s. So there is on that rig, there's 6 number 9s, and then I've got 2 number 10 droppers, 6 inch apart, and then a 6 inch up length this time, of all 12 soft steel again, and again the same hook, a 16s X2 hook, brilliant hooks, just a light gauged hook but still strong, just like I said on the pellet rig. So that's the hook. We'll go up to the float end. It's a 0.4 finesse slim carbon. I like this float because it's got a 1.5mm tip. When it starts slowing down and the fish come more lethargic, your bites are really shy sometimes. So with that 1.5mm tip, you can read your bristle a lot better and just see them little dinks on the float. Again, I've got 2 number 8 back shots, just like I say, 2 or 3 inch away from my float tip. That's again just because I fish with a longer lash. For the same reasons with my pellet rig, to keep your pole tip away, and obviously if it's windy, you can hold on to your 2 number 8 back shots. Your float moves about, your pole tip moves about, but your float stays in position on your marker, because that's really important in fishing, to keep your float right on your marker where you've plumbed up. Well, what a fantastic fishing session that was. I've had a real mixed bag of fish, as you can see. We've had some barbel, carp, F1s, a bit of everything, to be fair. I've enjoyed every minute of it. A new venue for me, I'll definitely be back. But it was a real in-depth look at how you go about approaching your peg during the autumn time, going into the winter. But I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you again on the bank sometime soon. So what? Do you reckon I've got time going nip to get a drink quick?